Good morning. I hope everybody slept well. My mom just shared with me that Post Malone, Morgan Wallen, and Jelly Roll are going on tour. Those were my three favorite artists. Like, I've seen all of them live multiple times, and some Jelly Roll I've seen multiple times. Morgan and Posty I've seen twice. Morgan I've seen once. All their tickets were astronomical, by the way. They weren't cheap. They weren't freaking cheap. Morgan Wallen and Post Malone are the best concerts I've ever been to in my life. In my life. Hands down. Best concerts. And I would love to see them live again. Quite frankly, I wish they would take Jelly off the lineup. Morgan and Post, I'm there. I would have considered financing tickets for that show. But once you threw Jelly in there, I'm a little bit turned off, ain't gonna lie. And not because, I like Jelly enough. I'm just really disappointed in how much he's changed his trajectory of who he is and what he stands on. And how much the system has just kind of got him, But again, I know it's the same way for Post and Morgan too, so I guess I can't throw shade there in some aspect of it. And, I understand we live in a very secular world. We live in a materialistic world where they're going to keep flushing this stuff in our face. And they're going to be like, hey, look at this. Hey, go watch these people live. Hey, here's new music for you. Hey, go buy this new Apple phone. Hey, go do this, go do that. And we're just like, okay, there's nothing going on in Minneapolis. People aren't fighting and killing each other, right? There's nothing going on in the system. Epstein who, right? Like, this is what they want from us. So it's all programming, right? To where everything just keeps getting flipped under the word. Charlie Kirk who? Economy sucks what? Inflation, huh? Like, prices haven't gone down what? Food's still really expensive, right? Like, and so it's just, what really disappoints me is not seeing enough people in the ramification of like the entertainment biz or people that have a substantial amount of following. And they're just choosing not to stand up and advocate and use their platform and use their voice to stand up to what's right. Stand up to the corruption. Stand up to the cruelty. The cruelty. I don't understand how people don't recognize the fact that we are all going through different forms of cruelty based off the economy, based off our living arrangements, based off the necessities. We're all going through cruelty, and yet nobody really talks about that. Nobody really talks about that. It's just bonkers to me. Outside of Candace, outside of Tucker, outside of Ian, outside of Barron, Marjorie Taylor, there's different people that are just, but it's like, golly, it's going to take all of us in different ways to stand up against it. It just is. It's so frustrating to me sometimes. But again, I have to remind myself I can't save the world, just stay focused and, good for them. I am a big fan of them. I love their music, and I'm blessed for the memories I have at those concerts, but I'm just so disappointed in my government and my community and the entertainers, just in so many different facets. And I guess when you go through your spiritual awakening, you become awoke. You can't go back to sleep. You can't go back to unknowing or unseeing what you've seen. And it's really disheartening. And I know that a lot of people are feeling that burn and that sting too. But then on the other side of the glass, it's like, I'm finally walking in my freedom. I'm finally walking in my truth. I don't have to buy into the system. I don't have to be somebody I'm not. I'm not going to allow anybody to make me feel less than what I am just because they're on a platform with lots and lots of following and this and that, right? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know how many millions of people have beautiful voices, but they just can't quite make it? And then there's certain individuals that do. So I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they need to give some other people some shots. You know, you've hit your quota. You've made lots and lots of money. So give some other people some time. Have some opening acts. I wanted to touch on some things. Karma backfires swiftly. That's been something that I've battled my whole life. And I've come to realize that. And when Candace said that, I was like, wow, I recognize that too for myself. I'm one of those people, you know, if I do if I do a boo-boo, if I am not, you know, the nicest to someone, or if I make mistakes, because I do make mistakes, and I've made mistakes before. Of course I have. But, yeah, karma has always slapped me in the face very quickly after. Like, God lets me know, like, Amanda, that was not a good thing. That was a bad idea. You know, and that's something that I've dealt with my entire life. Like, even with my ex and cheating and all that stuff, when, you know, I was his mistress, and I've received such swift karma for that. Rightfully so. I was that girl, you know? And that's the thing. This is what I mean. And now I wish he would just leave me alone. Leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone. Okay? You and my ex-husband. You guys are weird. There's a lot of weird people in my community, guys. These people are freaking weird. Enough with the antics. Okay? It's not going to work. I'm on a higher timeline, you see? And now, if you would like to reach me up here, I'm all ears. I'm always ready for a conversation with some accountability and truth. I'm here for it all day. Anybody in my past, I would love to have a conversation with. But you're going to have some accountability and truth for that. You just are. I don't understand why people would choose to operate in lies, but hey, do you boo-boos. Bens are very compelling people. They're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but they are very compelling. I will give them that. And I told my coworker yesterday, I said, look, if I ever run into that man in public, God bless America. Seriously, he deserves to be so slapped based off the things that he has said to me and done to me. To a woman. And he is a married man. And he should be ashamed of himself. There's a lot of married men out there that should be ashamed of themselves. Okay? There's a lot of men in relationships that should be ashamed of themselves. But I guess if you stand in with, you know, organizations that stand and advocate or promote sex trafficking and child trafficking and, you know, hiding things under the rugs when it comes to Epstein and things like that, then I guess those things would be normal and valid. And that's what's crazy. Okay, that is when things get weird. I just don't understand it. And then we want to leave our children in this and think, oh, okay, no worries. Our children are going to be fine. They're going to be fine, guys. Really? I want to know what world these people are living in. Are we in the same world? I don't think so. I do not think so. But anywho, yeah, that came to me in reference to karma and me swiftly getting slapped in the face for it. That's why I don't send hate. You know, I take things on the chin, all the bruises, all the stings, all the betrayal, all the illusions, all the attacks. You know, even with my family, I take it all on the sting, and I don't throw claws. I don't throw fangs. It's not tit for tat. It is what it is at this point. It is what it is. I don't care anymore. I do not care. I just want to continue on my forward trajectory. They're like pretty much every single one of my videos on all of my platforms are getting shadow banned. Every single video. They will not let any of my content get out. And so it's just one of those things. I'm staying steadfast and gonna see where the future holds, because I can tell you right now, I'm locked in. I can do this for the rest of my life. This is actually getting really good. It's actually good. This is where the fun part starts, I think. I believe so.